Miss Marvel's 5th episode is here, and meh. Hey everyone, I'm RV Rocks, and I didn't mind Miss Marvel's 5th episode. After the past few weeks of exceedingly pleasurable highs and soul-crushing lows, it feels really good to say that this one was just fine? It was paced tremendously oddly, and I definitely hate some of the things they did here, but overall, the biggest compliment I can give to Miss Marvel right now is that I have so little to say about it this week that I don't really feel like dragging it through the mud. And because of that, this video is definitely gonna be a short one. Miss Marvel's 5th episode didn't really give me too much to hate or too much to love, so there's not really too much to work off of. We start off with a flashback sequence to Aisha, Kamala's great-grandmother, and this sequence is very hard to hate. It's a quick, beautifully shot romantic montage starring two very attractive people dealing with a traumatic real-world event. It's a formula for success. Would I have liked it more if it was just a backstory that was more personal to Kamala instead of an origin story for a magical MacGuffin that allows Kamala to time travel in her first MCU story? Yeah, probably, but we didn't get that. And this right here is what I meant by set dressing last episode. The bangle in the comics is just a sentimental part of Kamala's costume, something to remind her of home on the job, and the origin for the bangle is largely similar to that of the MCU, minus the powers. It just serves as a cute little character thing for Kamala. And personally, I find it more endearing that she wears it as a personal, sentimental choice instead of something that gives her superpowers. But they've already established that they don't really understand Kamala Khan, so giving her some lame Chosen One prophecy fulfilling every JoJo fan's first Diamond is Unbreakable theory doesn't necessarily put me off any more than anything else in the show. Going back into the present, the show only put one word in my brain, and that word is still. Everything I thought and everything I said in the past few episodes is still relevant. Very little has changed. Kamala still lacks agency, things just happen to her. The clandestines still don't make that much sense to me power set wise. Kamran is still pretty good, even if he has nothing to do. I still don't like the power change. Kareem is still lame and generic and a bastardized version of the Red Dagger. And I still really like the family dynamic. And credit where credit is due, as much as I hate the changes in the comic most of the time, there are a few presented in this episode that I have come to really like. The trademark Miss Marvel lightning bolt being a broken piece of Kamala's name in Arabic, mwah, chef's kiss. Both a perfect way to make the logo more personal and dodge the fact that the original Miss Marvel isn't in this universe. Bruno and Kamran getting a little buddy moment really elevates both of their characters and is an inspired choice by the writing team. And of course, I really love the little powwow with Kamala and the matriarchs of the family, even if that hug was super awkward. But as with the good, of course, I gotta do some bitching. There were some things I also really didn't like. Nakia and Zoe have been so laughably absent from the series, I question what the point of including them in here even was, instead of just saving them for a potential season 2. Kamran finally having powers is great, even ones that match his color comic scheme, but I don't know if we needed another MCU villain that has the exact same powers as the hero. Kamran getting his own Stairmaster powers in a very back-asswards way is something that I don't think I needed. Also, this has been happening for the last couple episodes, but I keep forgetting to put it in my reviews. The CGI and visual effects that I really liked in episode 1 is basically gone. I probably can't fault them too hard for this because CGI is expensive and obviously they want everyone to be drawn in on the first episode, but I think I would have preferred if the show had paced themselves a little bit better in that regard. It's almost night and day looking back at episode 1 and comparing it to episode 5. And my last big negative, the ending. The plot's moving fast, and I love that for this show because it really felt like we were floundering there for a minute, but how weird is it to just kind of cut to an explosion and then end the episode right there? It feels like a... And if you want to see me talk more about Miss Marvel, especially that upcoming episode 6 and a possible full season review, then why don't you subscribe to RV Rocks and ring the bell, like this video, and comment your thoughts on Miss Marvel's 5th episode. This one was a weird one, right? Not just me. Well, either way, be sure to let me know your thoughts either in the comments right down below or on Twitter at RV of Rocks. But before you do any of that, I have been RV Rocks, and thank you so much for watching. See ya!